Alright guys, welcome to Two Dads and a Comic. I'm Dan Riley.
And I'm Ben Morris.
And this, once again, is our 10th episode.
10th episode.
And it's awesome.
Yes. Who knew we'd last this long?
All the blood, sweat, and tears.
All the hardships that we faced and conquered.
Yeah.
Sitting on our fat asses and talking into microphones.
And talking into a computer. I'm really excited about getting like actual like equipment.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be fantastic for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Like actual like regular mics and a soundboard.
Yeah.
Where we can have other people.
Even better than it does.
Yes. So Ben, how's everybody?
Everybody's
doing?
fine. Well, Birdie's she's a little sick right now. She's got a little fever, but she'll be okay.
Yeah.
A little bug from somewhere.
And we're actually at my house recording because we don't want to go over where Verdi's sick because she'll want to join us. And
So we're here at Casa del Riley.
Yeah, and we had her little segment we were going to do, which I'm bummed out that we can't, but I mean, we're going to do Verdi's joke of the day because she's hilarious.
Yeah, her jokes make no sense whatsoever, but they are incredibly funny.
Yes, they are. And like, I'd say half of it is how she reacts to it. She thinks it's like the funniest thing she's ever heard. And it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, it's one of the favorite parts of my day.
So that's something to look forward to on the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But is everybody good besides that? Any interesting family stories lately?
Not really. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
You know, kids being kids.
Yeah.
Ashley doing what Ashley does. Making bomb-ass cakes, mostly.
Nice.
You've ever had Ashley's cake?
No, I haven't.
Ashley is like a cake genius. Yeah. She makes her own frosting. She makes her own batter, I guess.
Is it a whipped frosting?
No. She makes like this white chocolate confectioner sugar, like buttercream thing. And after it's been in the fridge for a while, it basically turns into ice cream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know what she's going to be doing around February 28th.
It'd blow your motherfucking mind.
I got a 1-year-old birthday coming up.
You are not ready for this
Well,
cake.
not coming up, but in like 7 months.
Yeah, but it's amazing. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. I'll have her make you one for your birthday.
That'll be fantastic.
She made me a Guinness cake for my birthday.
Nice.
A couple years ago. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. From the angels.
From the angels.
Yes. It's like this recipe was handed to her by God.
For you.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. We've been alright. We went to Asheville and we had a little trip. Got her ears pierced, which she didn't like for like 10 seconds, and now she has no idea they're there.
Of course not, because it's a needle going through her fucking ear.
Yeah. And it was funny because, like, alright, Morgan had to hold her. Mm-hmm. And so Morgan had to sit in the piercing chair and one arm across Aurora's chest and like one across her forehead to essentially strap her down. Now, the thing is, I guess so, like, with younger ones, they tried to get done really quickly, so there was, like, 2 girls there who were going to pierce each ear at the same exact time.
Jesus.
The problem was, like, Morgan had to hold her back, so, like, Aurora's head was between Morgan's boobs, so they couldn't get to both ears at the same time.
So what you're telling me is you have scarred your child for the rest of her life.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, she's...
Her mother's bear-hugging her into her bosom.
Well, people try to stab needles
While
in her.
2 strangers come at her with needles attached to guns.
Yes, pretty much.
Well done.
But they had to do one at a time, and everything went good. But besides that, we've been moving out of our other house and trying to find a storage unit. And Morgan was telling, Fire.
Just burn it.
Just burn everything.
Burn it down.
But yeah, we look for a storage unit. There's only one we can't use.
Mm-hmm.
And because when I went there, I don't want to give away the end of it. So what happened was, years ago I got a storage unit, and we put our money down, all that good fun stuff, and then we got a call saying that your name was... Nope, there's
awesome.
That. Yeah. This is why we typically record.
This is real shit right
real
here,
world's
man.
happening. Hey, babe. Do you want to say hello?
Hi.
I don't know if
Don't try to be sexy. Just say your name.
Stop trying to seduce people.
Morgan.
Hi, I'm Morgan.
All right.
You want to see my dick?
We were just talking about how you had to fasten Tootie's head between your breasts while we got her ears pierced. Hey, things are happening here.
I'm sorry.
We're trying to make you a star here.
Oh, hello.
We're talking about how you had to hold Aurora's head between your boobs to get her ears pierced, and they couldn't get both ears.
My titties are too big?
Because your titties are too big.
It is.
But,
Good Lord.
anyways, so there was a mix-up. My dad had a storage unit in the same place years ago, before the current owner had it.
Mm-hmm.
He saw that he still owed or whatever, so they put a double lock on mine. Talked to the owner, got it figured out, and the double lock was supposed to come off. Well, me, my dad, and one of my buddies went to go put some more furniture in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we saw it was still double locked.
Okay.
So we go to talk to the... I don't know how to describe this gentleman. Like, pretty much if you find, like, the dumbest, most aggressive, like, person ever.
So Citizen of Murphy.
Yes. This was that guy.
Armed hillbilly.
He runs a business, and when you go on to, like, inquire about anything, he yells at you from his car, "What do you want?"
Nice.
I mean, a millionaire in the making, really.
Mm.
Well, we go to him,
Mayor.
and
To be honest.
he would probably win. Well, he asks, what do we want? I explain the situation to him, and him and my father have words. They kind of go back and forth. At one point, he yells at us, "What are you, from fucking New York?" Which, spoiler alert, we are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get in touch with the owner, and he apologizes. He forgets to tell the manager that, hey, we fixed this, unlock it. So I hand the phone over, and the gentleman pretty much just says, "Oh, so you're saying I'm right? Okay, I'll get it done," and hands me the phone. Trying to make a point, for whatever reason. So he brings out a form with a pen. Now, mind you, him and my father, continuing. Like, there's no break in insults being tossed.
And the what the fuckery.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he puts the paper down on this truck, on the bed of this truck. It had one of those covers on it. And tells my dad, "Sign here." Pretty much saying that the possessions that he had in there is now the company's.
Uh-huh.
And my dad turns around and says, he says, "Sign here." And my dad says, "Yeah, I can read, unlike you."
Nice.
Yes. Classy move.
Fuel that fire.
just poking that bear. I mean, they were both poking, so that sounded weird.
At this point, we're beyond all rationality.
Yeah, we really are.
Why not?
So the guy rips the paper and the pen from my dad.
And
puts
lights
it
a stick of dynamite.
He might as well have. He slams it in front of me and says, "You just sign it." So my dad rips it back, signs just some scribble. He's not caring about his signature, and throws the paper. And the manager goes to grab the pen, and they kind of struggle back and forth with it, and my dad kind of gives him a little shove.
Nice.
At this point, the gentleman proceeds to pull a gun out on us.
Jesus.
Did I tell you about this? Yeah, he pulls a gun out on us. Now, background on my dad, he was a cop in New York City for 20 years. He was an emergency service unit. He can give 0 fucks. like, that's just poking him more. Like, you pull a gun out, he's not going to stop. So, as I see this, I notice behind this gentleman, there's some other noteworthy citizens who I'm like, they probably have guns too.
Yeah.
So,
odds are that they have.
Even if we win this little battle, we're not leaving here unharmed. So I had to get in front of him, thinking the gun was still on my back. Pretty much like prepare myself, like, I'm gonna get shot.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I got my dad pushed out, and we called the cops and all that stuff, but, cops came, and they were some good old boys. Which, don't get me wrong, there are some good old boys out there, good guys. Met plenty of them. These were the good old boys who like to, I know this guy, so I'll take care of him. And
local law enforcement.
yeah,
types.
like I even told him, like, hey, I'm I'm taking my stuff out of here. I don't feel safe. He just pulled a gun on us. You want to hang out here?
Mm-hmm.
And the cop turned around and goes, how long are you going to be? Well, as long as I fucking need.
That's. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't want to do your job today? But, so yeah, that's why we can't go there.
I do not feel safe. Officer.
Officer of the law. And I do give a little bit of credit to the owner, because I told him the situation. I let him know, like, hey, this dude running your storage just pulled a gun on us.
He's a gun-toting lunatic.
Yeah, and he was nice enough to rip up the check and say, apologize and, let us kind of be out without charge or anything. So
awesome. Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, he could have been like, I'm keeping your money, but he
almost
was...
got your spine severed.
Yeah, but...
let me cancel that check for you.
And apparently, according to this officer, if you get into a yelling match and someone pulls a gun out and goes to point at you, it's not a threat, so...
If they don't point it at you?
That was his rationale. Because my dad told him, I want to press charges. And the officer is like, well, did he point the gun at you? And I couldn't answer because I didn't see.
Well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Like,
goddamn mountain law.
I have a feeling if you argue with a cop pretty heatedly and you pull a gun out to your side, you're going to be taken as a threat.
He's going to shoot you.
Yes.
In the brain.
And rightfully so, most likely.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, that's my little storage unit story.
Good God.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So before we get into regular news, do we want to talk about what we may have coming up in a few months?
Yeah, we can. Why not?
Okay, so
let's get the word out.
There's another comic shop that we found.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome comic shop. If you're in, the Blue Ridge area, Murphy, Blair's, all that, definitely check it. It's Mountain Man Comics.
Mountain Man.
They are technically open. They're actually looking to do a grand opening. October 22nd, I believe, is the...
Yeah, it's in October. I know that.
Yeah, it's definitely in October. We'll put out more details as we go. But they're going to have artists there. They're going to have authors there. All kinds of stuff. I know one dude they're trying to bring. He drew Vampirilla. He worked on some of the newer Harley Quinn. And they actually are going to have us there and record an episode.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do like a live feed.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do a live feed on our Facebook, because I just set up our Facebook, which you can search us there. Two Dads and a Comic, like the page, and we'll give you all the updates and everything there. So I'm pretty excited about that.
And the guys that work there and the owner, they're great dudes.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. They have the statues are amazing.
Yeah, they got some
ton of back
statues.
issues.
Yeah, back issues out the ass.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So great.
And hopefully we'll be nice and set up, because my
and
lovely wife
of graded stuff too
is gonna buy us some equipment.
No, I'm not. It's a birthday surprise.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know I'm getting this stuff, everybody. It's noted. It's on the internet now. I don't know.
It is noted on the internet.
I know. I gotta show you everything. Oh my god. So, anyways, that's that. We'll talk about that a little bit longer. So I guess we can go. Oh my god!
Holy crap!
That's what the internet will know you for. I'm just kidding.
That my massive titty.
And that was
and then
Danny's
Tiggle booties.
wife, Morgan,
Yep.
who is a farm animal.
How many news stories do you have, by the way? I meant to ask you.
Just a handful.
Just a handful. Okay, so do you have them broken up like I usually do, or
no?
No. Oh my god.
Why would I?
So how do you want to do this? Do you want to just go? Oh, well, okay.
You do yours, and I'll interject.
Okay, cool. So, as usual, start with our DC news.
Mm-hmm.
We had Comic-Con, which was awesome. Oh my god, we have so many trailers to talk about. Alright, so, they did a run on Batman and TMNT.
Oh, yeah.
That you have read, which I haven't read yet, but sounds
excellent.
Awesome. They're going to be doing another team-up later this fall.
Mm-hmm.
The awesome part about it is it's going to be based on the animated style of Batman animated series. If you took the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and injected them into that world.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I think if I haven't already, I'm going to share one of the art pieces that they've already drawn up of it.
So I'm thinking more Portal monkey business.
Yeah.
Like in the other one, which you haven't read.
Yes, I don't know.
You will.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. There's a portal that they end up...
Oh, is that what you meant by Portal?
Hmm?
Is that what you meant by portal?
Yeah, that's what
I didn't know.
You know, like a door.
A doorway, a magical doorway.
Yes.
Are portals considered magic or science?
It depends.
On who's making them?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that makes sense because Doctor Strange can make a portal. That'd be magic.
Mm-hmm. His is more of a tear.
Yeah, whatever.
But portal.
Gotcha.
My God, how do you not know this?
My bubble tore during childbirth, kind of like that.
And there's my wife. I hope this can pick you up fairly well. That'd be amazing. You know, though, whenever we get all that stuff, we'll have 3 mics so you can join us.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. So, yeah, it's going to be later this fall. It's going to be a miniseries. It's going to be written by Matthew K. Manning.
There you go.
And illustrated by John Samariva.
Sounds right.
I don't know any of them. But just looking at the one piece of artwork is pretty amazing. Have you seen it yet?
Well, yeah, you showed it to me.
Have I?
Is it not Williams doing the art?
I don't
thought
think
it was.
so.
Could be wrong.
I'm going to go with you are wrong. Oh,
You're
that's
wrong.
You're wrong. You don't tell me that I'm wrong.
Oh, speaking of DC, they are projecting for Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you read this or not. Suicide Squad is projected to beat Guardians of the Galaxy's opening weekend record.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I know it was on track with it. There you go.
Excuse me.
Oh my God, look at you just learning how to not yell into the microphone. But yeah, I heard it was on track. So it's officially like supposed to do more now.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to like blow it out of the water.
That's fantastic. And we'll see, we'll see how it hits. I'm sure it'll hit fine. We're going to all see it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that right? Morgan. Usually when I say your name, that means I'm referring to you to talk.
Oh.
We're going to go see Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
The squad.
Man, how would we do this without you?
I'm very personable.
I love you. Anyways. But,
It's not a video for you.
we'll get there. Anyway, so yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Uh-huh.
I think it's going to... I haven't watched any other trailers besides the initial, 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired of all of a movie being in the trailers.
Yeah, me too. I try to stay away from them now.
I've heard that the Suicide Squad trailer from Comic-Con was fucking awesome.
Is it not on? Is that not the one that's online now?
I mean, it probably is, but I haven't watched it.
See, I have.
Have you?
And it is.
Is it? Oh my God. Okay. See, I've heard from the Free For All guys out there. They said there's not a whole lot of new footage. But I'm just trying to completely. That's why I haven't shared any of it on Twitter, Facebook, anything like that for the page.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be awesome. I hope it does. It'll get DC some traction.
Mm-hmm.
The Aquaman movie officially has gotten its writer.
Who's the writer?
Let's see. Will Beal. He wrote Gangster Squad. He wrote the script for Gangster Squad. I haven't heard of it, but
Not familiar.
that's fantastic. Oh my God, look at this. All right, so real quickly, since we're on a podcast and you can't actually see this,
Trump as the Joker.
my wife
And
just showed
Hillary as
us
Two-Face.
a picture, and it shows, like he said, Trump as Joker and Hillary as Two-Faced, and it's pretty accurate. But anyways, it says, he'll be returning to write the Aquaman movie.
Returning?
Yeah, so, okay, the way it worked is he was originally hired to write one of many scripts for the Aquaman in the early days of the project, but he left to work on the television series that was based off of Training Day. That got scrapped. Yeah, there's going to be a Training Day TV series.
How? I don't know how you'd make
just
that
how
up.
there's a Lethal Weapon TV series coming out, and they did a Limitless TV series. They're taking a lot of movies and making them television series for some reason.
Huh. All right.
Wasn't it Bourne Identity had a TV series?
I don't remember Bourne Identity having a TV series.
You won't remember, no. It came on after Gotham one time, and you were really interested in watching it, and I didn't want it to at all.
And it was Bourne?
I think it might have been. I could be wrong. It was a while ago. It was the beginning of season 2 of Gotham, so last October.
Oh, okay.
But
So an hour of shaky cam footage?
yeah,
on
pretty
TV?
much. But he's going to be working on the Aquaman. He's going on a detailed outline from WB.
Mm-hmm.
which has been some of the issues with some of these other directors and writers,
Uh-huh.
because they want to do all this other stuff, but WB's like, well, this has to fit into our universe, so you have to do these certain things, or it's not going to make sense.
Mm-hmm. Or
I think
people
that's
won't like it.
Yeah, I
I
think that's the issue with the one guy who left Flash. He wanted to do something crazy left field, and WB's like, well, if you do that, we have to change the whole rest of the line.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're, kind of making a universe, you don't want to have to tweak everything because some, director wants to do something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I can kind of get that.
Mm-hmm. Just because some jackass is trying to be an artist.
Yeah. So that, I haven't seen Gangster Squad. I haven't even looked it up, but I think I might just to see kind of. And also, he's only writing it. He's not actually directing. They've had a director. I can't remember his name, though. So, I don't know. It looks interesting.
Right on. Oh, I think DC's doing this. It may be a Vertigo title, but Lost Boys. You remember the Lost Boys movie?
Yeah.
It's getting like an actual sequel. Because there were a couple of shitty straight-to-DVD sequels that came out that don't really matter. But it's getting like an actual, honest-to-God sequel in the form of a comic.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's going to have the Lost Boys are going to be the good guys this time.
Okay.
And the bad guys,
So much emphasis
people,
bad.
and the bad people are a bunch of female vampires known as blood bells. I like how female
Blood
vampires.
bells.
It's kind of redundant, isn't it?
Pretty much. Quick question.
Lost on her.
Can vampires drink their own blood?
No.
Okay.
Well, it depends.
Like,
Which vampires?
You know what? I'm not even going to make the joke, because it's pretty lowbrow.
What?
It was going to be a menstrual vampire joke.
Why you do that?
I don't know.
You know I have a deep, deep fear of menstrual anything.
I was going to say, do they, just feast for a week?
No.
1 week? I don't know.
God damn it.
No, I said I wasn't going to say it, but I just kind of threw it out
Jesus
there.
Christ.
Are you even paying attention?
Mm-mm.
We're talking about menstruation
Well,
and vampires.
God.
Sexist
There is.
bastards.
I'm not. I'm trying to derail
You're part of
this
this.
conversation.
You're part of this.
I am not part of
I don't
this.
female vampires drinking their own menstruation.
You can
Whoa.
shut up, too.
Pretty disgusting.
It was a legit
See?
question.
I don't
No.
care how hungry you are.
I'm moving on.
Moving on.
What's Marvel? You got Marvel next?
I don't have Marvel. Yeah, I have Marvel.
So much organization.
Well, listen, I didn't complete some of my news stories. Legends of Tomorrow announced JSA and Legion of Doom characters for Season 2. Who are
Awesome.
they? I don't know, because I didn't look into it.
Legion of Doom, dude.
Oh, well, Dr. Fate was going to be in one of the characters for
Yeah.
JSA. And Snart,
Mm-hmm.
Captain Cold, is going to be in Legion of Doom, even though they kind of killed him off before. Time travel.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that
got
kind of
Kronos.
explains it.
You can do what you want.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just realized the other day I was watching Justice League Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the episode where they go back in time, or no, they actually travel around quite a bit, and they go future, and regular Batman meets Batman Beyond, and all that. I didn't realize the dude they're going after is Kronos.
Huh.
They were kept talking about. I don't know if it was the main dude who started it, but yeah, Kronos was in that 2 episodes.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Never noticed. Of course, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I started watching it the other day because it was just a really good cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
So you got some Marvel?
Yeah. Brie Larson has been cast as Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's an Oscar-winning actress that's going to be
That's
playing Captain Marvel.
fantastic. I figured
Yeah.
you'd be really excited because I know how much you like Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
that's fantastic.
Have you seen the the pictures online that
Oh, yeah.
they've kind of made her?
Really cool.
Yeah, it'd be good. What else has she been in? I know the name.
Brie Larson?
Yeah.
She won the Oscar for Room. Or The Room.
I didn't
last
see the
year.
Room.
Or
I heard about it, but
maybe Room.
hold on, let me look up. Here's a good thing about having internet.
No kidding.
Yeah, right. Was it
This
BR
is like a land of wonder.
Brie Larson? Let's see what she has.
You can look
done.
up things at a moment's notice.
Okay, she did Room. She did
That-
Trainwreck.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. She was in Community? No, only 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Don John, but nobody saw that movie, so.
John? John?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Just Don John. It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's a movie I think like he wrote, directed, and starred in.
Oh, those always go so well.
She was also in 21 Jump Street as Molly Tracy.
But nah, I haven't.
Yeah, she's been in some pretty decent stuff here and there. I mean, she won an award, so you can't really argue against it.
No. And she's going to be playing Captain Marvel. She's playing. I love the fact that all these award-winning actors are playing superheroes.
That is pretty fun. I mean, it's getting so big now. It's so easy for them to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that's kind of the thing now is superhero movies.
Mm-hmm. Kurt Russell has been cast as Ego the Living Planet in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I can't wait to see how they pull that one out.
I have no idea how they're going to do that.
I don't know.
It's crazy.
They came out the other day and they I didn't read the article or anything because I didn't want it spoiled, but like they came out and talked about Star-Lord's dad, which was supposed to be like they talk about it at the end of it, but I didn't read further because I don't want to be ruined on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have any idea how they're going to pull off Ego the Living Planet.
Yeah,
I mean, I would figure they would use heavy CGI, so does that mean Kurt Russell's going to be doing voiceover?
Like, maybe...
Or they're going to try to, put his face on the planet? I don't know.
I'm assuming... Okay. I don't know. Because all the pictures that I've seen, it makes it look like the planet has a face.
Mm-hmm.
But,
it does. Ego the Living Planet does have a face.
Yeah. I'm assuming, what they possibly will do is, so the Guardians land on the ship, or on the planet, and when they go out, he can use, plants or something to form, Swamp Thing, kind of. I mean, I know they wouldn't go for a Swamp Thing look, but I don't know.
I'm interested in seeing it.
How will Star-Lord talk to that planet?
Megaphone.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
A bunch of megaphones and a line.
10 cans in a string.
That works pretty good. Okay, so Iron Fist, which is coming out in a few months.
Awesome.
Will have more villains than any other Netflix shows.
More villains?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, because if you look at it, each show only had, Jessica Jones only really had the one villain.
Mm-hmm. The Purple Man.
The Purple Man, yeah. God, what's his actual name? Do you remember, Morgan?
The Purple Man?
Yeah. Killgrave, yes. See, look at you coming in handy.
Killgrave.
I'm not rubbing your feet. Anyways, Joe Quesada let known in an interview that Iron Fist will have more villains than his Defenders counterparts, but he has declined to say who the villains would be. Now, do you know Harold Mecham and his child Joy and Ward?
Harold Meacham?
Meacham?
And his child Joy and Ward.
Apparently those are people that have been cast, which I'm assuming are Iron Fist villains?
I'm not entirely familiar with that.
I don't know. But
I'll do some research.
Yeah, there you go. There's the education corner at some point or another.
Mm-hmm. What is it? Harold Meacham?
Yeah. Meachum. Will you look that up, Morgan?
Harold Meacham.
Have you listened to the podcast yet? Our episodes?
Okay, we're going to find out who Harold Meacham is.
I don't know. I don't listen to the news.
We do news.
Let's see. On a snowy expedition near the mysterious city of Kunlun.
It's no excuse.
Kunlun? I don't know. Harold Meacham violently turned on other three members of his traveling party. Meacham facilitated Wendell Rand falling to his death. Oh! He's the guy who killed Danny Rand's dad.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder where they're going to go with that story.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So is it I guess there's three, considering it's Harold and his child.
He must have been
Joy
like
Ward.
their guide or something. Where Danny and his mother and his father were going on an expedition in the Himalayas, I guess, because that's what you do.
Why are we going to the Himalayas? Oh,
oh my God.
Because his name is Danny.
This is really terrible. So, Wendell Rand was murdered by Harold Meacham, and Danny and his mother run away. His mother's name's Heather. Run away from this Meacham guy. And she was eaten by wolves.
Okay.
And this is when Danny ends up getting taken in by the Kunlun, in the city of Kunlun. That's basically how he learns to be Iron Fist.
Magic.
Yes, magic kung fu master.
Okay.
So there you go.
That's pretty interesting.
Information.
Will you
corner.
pause that?
Mini information corner.
What are you? Go to the
And
potty.
he's the
Are you
Earth
pooping?
616.
Okay.
Harold Meacham. So he's like the main dude. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Rad.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Interweb.
Right? We can't do this at your place.
Nope.
We can just look at screens and hope they give us information.
Yep. Shots in the dark. Maybe we're right. Who knows?
So you got another story?
I was looking. Do you know of Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Are you fucking stupid?
We've
talked about this.
Sometimes, man. Sometimes.
Okay, so here's my experience with that show.
Mm-hmm.
When we lived in New York,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the youngest out of 4. Technically 5, but who lived in the house 4.
Mm-hmm.
I was the first one to get a TV in my room. I'm the youngest one. I'm the only boy, so
You're the spoiled little shit.
I was spoiled as hell. So I get my own TV, and sorry, parents were talking on the intercoms and the phones, but it's very distracting recording here.
A little bit.
There's some positives and negatives here.
It's like trying to record in an airplane terminal.
It really is. But anyway, so I had
Pardon.
I don't know why you started making me play with my cords too. My God. So I had a TV in my room,
Mm-hmm.
and I was supposed to turn it off at a certain time, whatever. Of course, I never did it. But I would sit there late at night watching fucking Science Mystery Theater 3000, and I would laugh so fucking hard that my stomach would hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was like I had to try to keep quiet because I was supposed to be asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But my God, I loved it.
Oh, my God. I can remember vividly watching the Laser Blast episode and literally peeing my pants just a little bit. I'm not kidding. I will
my God.
own that. I laughed so hard I peed a little.
just a little squirt.
Mhm. But anyway,
Okay. Anyway,
it's coming back with new episodes.
yeah, they've been doing the Kickstarter, so they finally got everything through.
It's going to be on Netflix.
Oh my God, that's the greatest thing that could have happened.
Yep. It's going to be starring Jonah Hill, who's Jonah Radio, if you ever listen to that podcast.
No.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill, like Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Like in
No,
Superbad?
I'm sorry. Jonah Ray.
Oh,
My bad.
I'm like, Jonah Hill's in this?
No, Jonah Ray. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
Jonah Ray, Felicia Day.
Felicia Day.
She was in The Guild, redheaded girl.
Oh, okay, yeah. The main one in the guild?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I like
and
her.
Patton Oswalt.
That's fucking awesome.
Isn't it?
That is fantastic.
I can't fucking wait for that.
So, like, who's going to be the main dude? Isn't it the
Jonah
dude from... he was in the...
Jonah Ray is going to be the Joel Hodgson.
Is that this... Did he do in the originals, or...
No.
Okay, I thought I heard somewhere that, like, the original dude was coming back.
Yeah, he'll probably show up every once in a while. Joel.
Okay, no, maybe he has a part with the project,
Yeah,
is what
I'm
I've
sure
seen.
he does. He's probably executive producing or something.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Isn't it?
Real quickly, speaking of Netflix, I have to correct a news article from several websites.
This is heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, it's not horrible. So the whole thing with all the...
Goddamn terrible.
Yeah, with all the Disney movies coming to Netflix, which was reported by several sites.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently that's not necessarily the case. They're not going to put the archive of movies out there, but we're going to get all the brand new stuff.
Mm-hmm. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be able to watch like all the new Pixars
guess
and all
we'll-
that, like Marvel movies.
Yeah. I guess we'll just have to make it.
Yeah, first world problems, I guess. Oh. You mean I don't get all the Disney movies?
On this service that I'm already paying for?
Only the brand new ones? God.
This is a dark day in America.
Yeah, it is. So, all right. One thing that we talked about came to fruition. Is that how you say it?
Fruition.
Fruition?
Like bearing fruit.
Oh, okay. I put that on the wrong spot.
Fruit.
That makes sense. Ghost Rider is confirmed for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
He'll be played by Gabriel Luna.
Okay.
And it's not going to be any of the Ghost Riders we know.
Huh.
It's going to be Robbie Reyes. He actually debuted in a 2014 Marvel Now all-new Ghost Rider.
Don't know him.
Don't know him myself. And instead of a motorcycle, he drives a hot rod.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. Like,
It looked like an old Challenger from what I'm looking at, or at least a modified Challenger.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
They showed it to the Comic-Con when they unveiled it. It looks pretty badass.
Now, the question is, and once again, for all guys we're talking about this, I doubt we're going to, it's probably going to have every episode of the dude walking around with his head on fire.
No, probably not.
They'll probably do that very little. It's probably going to be one of those, when he's at his maximum, power, that's when his head's on fire. You'll probably see, his hands on fire and shit like that. That might be enough to pull me back into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like I said, it's not a bad show, but it doesn't keep you pulled in.
I think it's interesting that they went with the one with the car instead of the one that everybody knows.
Yeah, I think, though, in the comics, now I haven't read any of it, but going off of what I've been reading through the news stories, there's a connection between the character Sky and this one in the comics.
Okay.
So it kind of transitions to the show a lot easier than if we were to see fucking Johnny Blaze show up.
On a badass motorcycle from hell.
Yeah. Played by the one and only Nick Cage.
Because he rides a Griffin.
Yeah.
We've already set that precedent.
So, real quickly, speaking of Nick Cage, and the only person I can think who's better is the one and only Danny DeVito. I really want to get those Dorbs for if we do that live stream. If we do any live stream, I just want that Dorb with us.
Oh, the Penguin Dorb?
The Penguin Dorb.
Well, let's just buy it.
We'll have to at some point.
Let's just get them.
Yes.
Because they're awesome.
They are. Poop and go alright?
I think that's all up.
Okay.
There's a new Star Trek TV series coming out. It's subtitled Discovery, but apparently it's going to be some app-only shit.
So from my understanding, they're going to do the pilot on, I think it's on CBS, on the actual channel. But they're going to put the actual series on the app. It's their kind of way to draw people into using their app because it's going to be one of their new service or whatever. I guess it's going to be one of those HBO Now and
I hate it.
Yeah, it's my dad's pretty bummed because he loves Star Trek. I don't know if I told you this. My mom, she saw stuff about the Star Trek VR game that she was trying to find out how much it was going to be to buy everything so my dad can play it.
Huh.
And I said, you will be spending about $1,000 because they'd have to have PS4,
so
the
you
VR,
can play a game
and the game
twice.
I don't know. My dad may play it a lot. He loves that shit.
Star Trek's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, it makes sense what they're doing. It's just kind of a fucking bummer that you have to go and get the app and all that shit. But
and is it an app yet? You'd probably have to pay for it. Or like a subscription.
I think it's a subscription based, but it's probably also going to be one of those to where
fuck you.
If you have Direct or some cable company, you have a code and that you put on, and you have that also.
Yeah.
Because I think that's kind of how the HBO Go or Now works.
HBO Go.
But the good thing about it is, I don't have HBO at home. I can pay $15 a month and have all of HBO.
Yeah.
Which is good for Game of Thrones.
Damn. I don't have enough subscriptions to bullshit.
I know. Shit's getting crazy. I mean, it's... some of it works out pretty well, but, Netflix, that's $10. And you're getting a shit ton, especially here at September. I mean, CBS is going to have... the only thing I know that they have is Star Trek. So, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. That's all they got is Star Trek.
So, they revealed armor from Thor Ragnarok, and it's the Hulk's gladiator armor.
From Planet Hulk?
Yes. How fucking awesome.
Wonderful.
we're going to see Hulk put on armor
Mm-hmm.
and fight.
Yeah, all gladiator style against giant fucking aliens.
Oh my God, get that out of my face. Stop bringing up pictures of girls.
You.
Yeah, it's a girl that I was friends with.
What? That you had flagrant delecti with?
I don't want that with anybody.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was, but I
that's
don't
what
want
you
that
get.
with anybody.
Yes. Filthy, dirty boning is what that is.
Anyways. So, does
I'm
this
talking
mean...
like gas station sex.
Oh my God, it's horrible. Ugh. Was it a parking lot riot?
Oh, that's awesome.
So, with Planet Hulk, does this mean we're going to see, like... Do you think we're going to see, like, a... How do you put it? Like, a Hulk that kind of has his wits about him?
Yeah. Well, we'd have to.
Wonder how they're going to explain that.
Because of the planet's atmosphere, or how he's maybe a little different
That makes
than
sense.
Valhalla or something. He's going to have to gain some kind of consciousness.
Yeah. Now, here's the
Somehow.
question. And I've watched Planet Hulk, but I don't remember it. It's not Bruce Banner's consciousness. It's still the Hulk.
No, it's the Hulk, yeah.
Okay. Don't they do that at some point where, like, it's Bruce Banner's consciousness, but the Hulk's power and stuff? Don't they do that at some point?
Yeah, they've done it a couple times. There was one time, Mr. Fix-It. You ever heard of him?
On Wreck-It Ralph, yes.
No. Not Fix-It
Different.
Felix. Mr. Fix-It. What?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Fix-It Felix.
Whoa, my bad.
But yes, they've done that a couple times, actually.
Okay. I can't wait to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And then last thing in the Marvel book is they announced Inhumans vs. X-Men.
Rad.
That would be pretty awesome. I mean, I
Go Inhumans.
I want to read that just because, like we were talking about the other day, I don't know why these two classes would fight.
Yeah, they got a lot in common.
Yeah, like, that's crazy. That's like two different races who get super, like, discriminated against, like, hating each other also.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm hoping there's some good explanation to it,
Mm-hmm.
rather than being, I have powers because I was born with it. I have powers because I touched a crystal.
Yeah, they're all pretty people with powers.
Yeah, I mean...
And they're whiny teenagers. Fuck all of you. You know what? Kill one another. I don't care anymore.
Alright, so, on to our other news.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie Payton, some black dude, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
has cast as Ezekiel in Season 7 of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Which I think that has more bearing less of who's playing him than that character isn't going to be in the show.
Okay.
Because he plays the king leader of the community who has helped Rick and the group fight against Negan.
Okay.
I think you'd like the Walking Dead show.
Yeah.
It was very hard for you to watch, though, because kids around.
Yeah, I can't just watch anything.
Yeah, that's a rough one, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really big rough one, but cool thing is he has, like, a pet tiger.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like, it's fantastic.
Because of course he does.
Of course. Why wouldn't he? Let's see. And last thing in the news, I figure we had more news coming out of Comic-Con. Sure there's more, but we just skipped it. But Power Rangers movie will have Dinosaurs and Alpha 5, because why wouldn't you?
Awesome.
Like,
How could it not have dinosaurs?
I don't know. I don't think there was ever a question. I just think it was one of those things that, like...
They were...
Yeah, they're like, okay,
worries.
here's the people playing. Okay, here's what the suits look like. Here's, Zordon. And then, we're going to have the Dinobots, and we're going to have Alpha 5.
Dinosaurs.
What did I say, Dinobots?
Dinobots.
Yeah, same thing.
Grimlock.
So it was actually confirmed by, if I can get this working, the Nerdist for an upcoming interview with the cast that they're back, Alpha 5 and Dinosaurs, but declined to give out any kind of detail. And then after a look at the helmets, it seems the original dinosaurs will be in the movie. The Sabretooth, T-Rex, Pterodactyl, Triceratops. I'm missing one.
What did the Asian girl ride? Was that the pterodactyl?
Sabretooth. No. Okay, so...
Pterodactyl was pink, right?
Yeah, so, Red Ranger, T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
Pink Ranger, Pterodactyl.
There you go.
Yellow Ranger, Saber-tooth tiger, blue Triceratops, black woolly mammoth.
Mammoth, yeah, there you go.
Yes. And they have gone away from the racial stereotype in that.
So
the Yellow
Asian
Ranger
is
is
not yellow?
not Asian.
Huh.
And the Black Ranger is not black.
I won't have it.
Refuse to watch it.
I'll be damned.
I thought that was funny about the show. Anything to comment?
Taking a test on Facebook to see if this person can guess how people I've had sex with.
Oh, cool.
So I guess that's it for news. Yeah?
Pretty much, yeah. Over with news, going into trailers.
There's
Which-
lots and lots of trailers.
This is the first time we've done an individual trailer segment, but there were so many that came out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was kind of fucking awesome. So, first one, Blair Witch,
Mm-hmm. Saw the new Blair Witch.
which is acting as an actual sequel. I guess they're ignoring... See, I never watched the second one.
You
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's sort of like... I guess to compare it to one thing I have seen that's like that, Human Centipede 2...
Well,
where the movie takes place in like our world where they've seen the movie,
Mhm.
and like I guess in Blair Witch 2 they go looking for it.
yeah.
Okay.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's like these dudes try to like make a business out of it. Like taking people on a like Blair Witch safari or whatever.
Okay.
It's really bad.
See, what turned me off from seeing it altogether was they went from the found footage, shaky cam, which they were pretty much the pioneers of.
Mhm.
I don't think there's any hits, at least,
No, they threw it into
of that
mainstream.
before that. But
People were like, oh shit.
but I didn't like the fact they went from that to like regular movie.
Mm-mm.
But from the looks of the new one, it's like a combination of the both.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like there's a little bit of both, but it actually takes place in the first one. Because I guess some of the kids who it follows are like relatives or like siblings and stuff of the original ones.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I got out of the trailer, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, combo of the first seems about right, and it's
Yeah.
amazing is what I got out of it.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
So after that, what?
They guessed one.
They might want to add a few more zeros. I love you.
All right.
Kong Skull Island.
Which looks bad as shit.
Yes.
God, I love everything about King Kong.
There, I'm gonna look it up right now, but there is a theory going around. If you look at like the title screen
Mm-hmm.
of it, the mountains in the back look like Godzilla. Like the back looks like Godzilla, like with the scales.
Uh-huh.
Let me look it up.
Okay. Are they saying that... Are they talking about Godzilla versus King Kong here?
Yeah, because that's where this eventually is going to lead. You did know that, right?
No.
Really? We've talked about it.
Oh, we have? I
Yeah.
didn't think they would try to do something like that already.
Well, I mean, they're not saying necessarily in this movie
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to try to do it, but that's kind of where it's going to lead to. Like, they just put it in the background, sort of like a, hey,
Oh, okay.
sort of like an Easter egg. We probably won't see anything about Godzilla in the movie. Who knows if we'll even hear any references of him in the movie.
But it's going to be a long time. Like,
Yeah.
that'll be a movie my kids see in the theater and
We've-
talk about on their future podcast.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yes. Yeah, we've got a few years till they meet up, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this looks like it's going to be awesome. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see, title screen.
Dude, anything that has to do with
Oh,
giant
okay.
apes and dinosaurs fighting one another.
So, son of a bitch. You kind of have to look. Oh, God damn it! Like, I guess, like right there.
Uh-huh.
It's supposed to kind of, look like Godzilla's back a little bit. Nothing.
Well, if you kind of squint your eyes and...
Yeah, like I said, I think that's more of a theory than anything.
Yeah.
But definitely going to see that one. My note is Sam Jackson is going to be super dead.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like, we need to make money off this, but yeah, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently, I don't want to make that joke. I don't want to steal that free for all. So the tree going through the helicopter is fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. That
It was a like came out of nowhere.
Awesome. Because Kong, I mean, he's just using what he's got, you know.
Trees.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one we watched was Legion.
The XMen.
Yeah, the XMen movie, which I didn't know.
Coming out. Well, isn't it a show?
It's a show, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which it doesn't give you a whole lot of setup to what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've seen online, like the main character is like a super mutant, has like a bunch of like, he has like 100 powers. But the thing is, he's schizophrenic and
his borderline personality disorder.
Yeah, and like
then he's been weaponized.
Yeah, each personality has a separate power, and he can only use one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And all the main characters are like his personality that we see in the trailer, which
Okay.
they don't really get that across. But yeah,
A lot of news.
Yeah, and we had a pretty long opening too.
True.
But so I mean, I can't wait to see like an actual trailer that sets it up more, so we can actually like get what it's about.
I'm not seeing any of the traditional X-Men anything.
Yeah, it's like if we weren't told like this is an X-Men thing, you wouldn't know.
Mm-mm.
Which maybe that's what they're going for.
I guess.
Which I'm wondering if they're going to tie it, like say, hey, this is tied into the X-Men universe because it's all Fox. Like it's on FX, which is awesome, which is a Fox company.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows if it's a crossover or what. They probably could say it is and just never do like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the Marvel movies. They never actually cross, but they're in the same universe.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just said it was interesting. So then we had. Did we watch the Iron Fist trailer?
Yes.
Why don't I remember that one?
We watched a lot of stuff, man.
We really did, like back to back to back too.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the Iron Fist trailer?
Pretty sweet.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't show a whole lot, but still pretty sweet.
Okay, I'll have to go back and rewatch that one.
It shows him like punch a dude through a wall.
Okay, yeah, no, I watched. I remember because I wrote looked on par with Netflix shows. There's no, I mean, the thing I love about Marvel with the Netflix shows, like I didn't know anything about Jessica Jones, and I'm loving that. Morgan's really liking that show. Jessica Jones.
A little too sexualized, I think.
You don't like the sex in it, Morgan? You like it? You wanted to be out here.
The section Jessica Jones?
Yeah.
With the black man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you think it's unnatural, but because you're a bigot, so I'm just kidding.
Bigot.
I'm just kidding.
Awesome.
Anyways, speaking of Luke Cage.
You married too. So
Yeah, I know. I know. Speaking of Luke Cage, that was beside like in TV. That was my favorite trailer.
Yeah,
What are
Luke
you doing?
Cage was
Are you
rad.
doing that shit?
Huh? No.
But yeah, that shit was fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He just fucking like rips the door off the car, just like walk, even though he doesn't need it.
No, he didn't need it.
He just
But he did need a
walks
way
through.
to, wrap a car door around a guy.
Yeah.
A car door for
that
that.
fucking happened.
And then you got Wu-Tang Clan
Oh my god.
playing in the background. That's awesome.
But,
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
They ain't nothing to fuck with. I don't know how to like put that in a proper sentence and agreeing.
You don't.
You really don't.
It just is, man.
And then we got the teaser of Defenders, which was awesome.
It's pretty cool, but
Yeah.
not a whole lot there.
Yeah, I mean, they just give you little snippets of each character, and one thing I didn't put together until I listened to the other guys was, like, they're going to be fighting the Hand, and that was the shadow of the Hand over it. I didn't fucking connect that.
Oh, yeah. The Hand.
But I don't know much about the Hand, though.
It's a ninja clan. Like the foot.
like, didn't they... like the
Well, that's where it
Yeah.
came from. They were the guys that made the Ninja Turtles, Eastman and Laird,
Yeah.
were making fun of, like, Wolverine. And,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and the X-Men, basically. So they made the Ninja Turtles.
And
they were fighting the Foot.
Isn't the Hand where not just Elektra like trains with, and she trains with the Hand?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's where like Stick. Get these off of me.
Stick.
No, get away from me. It's because I'm not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only time I do nice things. But anyways, yeah, you really need to watch the Netflix shows because they are awesome.
I will.
Which
I do.
Which I told you that they might be. I don't want to talk about too much because I think it's just a hinted rumor that Netflix is going to make to where you can download.
That'll be so great.
That'd be nice
if
for
that
you.
happens. Yeah.
You just download a bunch of shit and go home and watch it.
Go home and watch it, yeah.
All right, after Defenders, we watched Doctor Strange, which the first trailer, like, I thought looked fine, but it didn't kind of, like, get me there.
It made me tweak my nipples a little bit.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah,
you were there. You saw.
You were really excited.
I love me some Doctor
It was a little
Strange.
scary.
Yeah.
But,
and Baron Mordo as the bad guy? That is
but
awesome.
The second episode did for me what the first one didn't. Like, it made me, like, actively want to see the movie. Like, with the first trailer, it was one of those, like, well, I want to see the movie because I like the Marvel Universe, but if it was a solo one, I may not have been so inclined.
True.
But with this one, like, it really kind of hyped it up for me. So that's coming out.
Yeah, if you don't know much about Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange is about to become one of your favorite characters. I'm telling you.
Shit, look at Guardians of the Galaxy. Fucking loved that
Same
movie.
thing.
And I knew nothing about Guardians of the Galaxy before it came out.
You're about to really, really like Doctor Strange.
It's gonna be awesome. The trailer looks really good. Anything? No? Okay. Just checking. We'll have you a microphone. You can talk with us. You can be part of this. What? Oh, it is. Then we watched The Flash, which
The season 3 preview, which is basically Flashpoint.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They've actually come out and said that they're not going to deal with Flashpoint as long as fans think they're going to. So it's not going to be a season-long thing.
Okay. So it's not Flashpoint?
Well, it is, but it's not going to be the whole season.
I thought that was the idea.
Well, the problem with Flashpoint is... Because, like, if you watch the trailer, like... I mean, granted, it's just a teaser, so it's really hard to dissect anything out of it. Is he's getting his memories back. And he's seeing the different relationships. I think the problem is, in Flashpoint, he winds up getting his powers back, but if they did a whole season, they'd probably have to wait a little while before they give him his powers back. And they've kind of already done the whole I don't have my powers story in season 2. But I mean, it still looks really good. You know, it's kind of going to show a different relationship with Iris and his adopted dad, and then his mom and dad are back. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to that. I really want to know who they are making the big bad. They're usually really good about kind of hiding that until it comes out.
The big bad.
They showed that one dude, that one speedster with it looked like whenever in Dark Side Wars where the Black Racer entered into Barry and he was Death.
Yeah.
That's how that one dude looked.
A little bit, yeah.
Some people are saying Black Flash, but Black Flash, I mean, he looked like Flash and Reverse Flash, but like in a black outfit, essentially, and like zombified. So I don't know if that guy that
like
they've
Zoom?
shown. Sort of. Black Flash, like you can see his mouth, but he's like a zombie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But I don't know. I'd be interested to see if they would do a big bad that's not a speedster. Just because, you know, season 1 we had Reverse Flash. This past season we had Zoom. And I mean, it makes sense to the story because it's all about him, you know, gaining speed and becoming more powerful, and that's kind of the only... No, I don't want to say the only way to do it, but that's the main way to do it, is introduce someone who's faster.
Yeah.
And he has to match it, so... It'll be interesting to see who they bring in as him. And then we watched Lego Batman movie. How fucking
Which
awesome.
looks delightful.
I can't wait for that movie. Will Arnett is fantastic in that role.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ben, this is just my segment.
Yeah,
Ben-
this is his part.
Yeah. Ben has his part. But yeah, that movie's gonna... Do you remember the date that comes out? I don't remember at all.
I don't. It's next year.
I fucking love it. Like,
It's holiday season.
oh my god, I'm trying to remember who's actually going to be in it voicing the Joker, because it's someone you'd never expect. IMBD this. Lego Batman.
David Duchovny.
Close, but no.
David Lee Roth.
Hard miss.
I'm sensing a David.
Do you want to give any like legit guesses?
Yes.
Okay, go. How many guesses do you want? Let's do 3 guesses.
I want 3 guesses.
Wrong.
Zach Braff.
No.
I don't know. Tell me.
You got 2 guesses. You have to take them.
Damn. Let's see. Playing the Joker. Rob Lowe.
No. Got one more.
Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's.
Yes.
That doesn't work, because I didn't say who.
Oh. I was being serious.
Okay. Zach Galifianakis. Ugh.
Really?
Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis?
Yeah.
He's going to be the Joker?
He's going to be the Joker.
That's pretty cool.
You know who's playing Robin? Michael Cera.
Okay.
And Ralph Fiennes as Alfred Pennyworth. Rosario.
That's Rafe Fiennes. Rafe Fiennes.
Oh,
looks like Ralph Fiennes.
A French fucker.
Yeah, Rafe Fiennes.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Grand Budapest Hotel?
No.
Really?
Yeah, no.
You don't like the Wes Anderson movies?
What other ones has he done? Probably not.
Let's see.
Yes.
Do you remember? What was it called? Red Dragon, the movie about Hannibal Lecter.
Yes.
Yeah, Ray Fiennes was in that. He was like the killer in that movie.
Oh, well, I've seen. He's been in. He was in Limitless.
Yeah.
Stop that. Yeah, I liked him there. But Rosario Dawson is playing Batgirl / Barbara Gordon.
That's cute.
She plays the night nurse in fucking Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
And Mariah Carey as Mayor Marion Grange.
What?
Yeah.
Mariah Carey's crazy ass is in this movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gonna be a whole lot of high notes going on.
Good God.
But, yeah, that movie's gonna be fucking fantastic. The whole, you live in Bruce
Why
Wayne's...
Mariah Carey? Why? What?
I don't know. Well, I mean, what else does she have going on? She has to do
Couldn't
something.
they find another crazy woman that can sing high?
I'm surprised Tara Strong's not in it.
Yeah.
She's in everything. I don't mind. I like Tara Strong. But, don't look at me crazy. She's a voice actress.
Yeah. She's on My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic.
She is. She's...
Is that where I looked at My Little Pony porn earlier today?
Oh, my God.
She's
So,
Twilight.
did you know that's a thing?
Who?
So, Morgan decided earlier to look up My Little Pony porn.
Dude, that shit is everywhere, and it's goddamn filthy. It is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's horrible. It was so bad. I told her, she did it on my phone. I was like, don't do it on my phone. That's my search history now.
I don't want to meet the person whose mind has the dark recesses that creates that shit.
Well, Morgan's the one to look it up.
God.
But yeah,
Why?
she
Why
plays...
were you looking at that?
Danny asked me to.
Danny didn't
Really?
ask you to do
He
shit.
specifically requested that I
Really?
Google
You know better.
My Little Pony porn on his phone.
You're the one who's like, what's hentai? Let me look this up.
You two are troubling.
It was really bad. But anyways.
Mouth of madness right over here on the couch next to me.
Ow. But, I didn't write a note for Lego Batman. But, yeah, anyways, the whole, you live in Bruce Wayne's basement? He lives in my attic.
No, Bruce Wayne lives in Batman's attic.
That's fucking
Brilliant.
amazing. I can't wait for that fucking... That's gonna be like an hour and a half of one-liners.
Yeah.
But, is that... No, never mind. I was gonna say, is that the only Lego movie to go to theaters? But the Lego movie was in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's any indication how this movie's gonna be, it's gonna be awesome.
It's going to make a buttload of money.
It is.
A metric buttload.
So now to the 2 serious trailers.
Okay.
We'll talk about Wonder Woman first.
Wonder Woman was breathtaking.
Fucking amazing was all of that.
Yep.
Like the whole where she like, I don't know if it was her or just another Amazon, but where she's like flying through the air facing backwards and like has the bow and arrow loaded up and about to shoot the dude in the face.
Mm-hmm. It looks incredible.
Oh my god!
And Chris Pine as Steve Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's been announced for a little bit. Actually, at first, it came out that he was meeting up with WB to play some character. Most people, and I would have really enjoyed this, thought he was going to do Hal Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
But then turns out he's Steve Trevor, which is still, after watching that, totally okay with. Oh my god. But yeah, that shit looks fucking... And I love, like, they kept, like, the same theme music as from Batman and Superman, which comes in.
Yes.
Which, like, has the war drums in it. Are you seriously sending... Oh, you're not allowed on the internet.
What?
Now Ben has to see it. That's what she just texted me.
God, why would... Oh.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I like how you go to hand it
no.
away and you take it back to look at it more.
No, Fluttershy.
No. But, anyways,
I can delete that fucking message.
I'll delete it in a minute. In a little while. We take our break.
After, he does what with it.
Oh my god, get away from me.
You.
This is why we don't let you come with us.
Masturbation.
That's why you don't hang out with us.
You should do it when you're looking at My Little Pony stuff.
Oh my god. Anyways, so yeah, Wonder Woman's gonna be absolutely amazing.
Uh-huh.
And then Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, Justice League looks pretty great. Have to admit, though, I'm way more excited for Wonder Woman than Justice League.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan.
I think it's awesome that DC's hitting the female movie first, which Marvel really could have by now. They've have Black Widow and everything, and they're just now like, we want to do a solo movie with her.
Yeah, I don't think a Black Widow movie will be all that good, man.
You don't think so?
No, I really don't. I don't think it'll be all that interesting.
I mean, I guess. I mean, we've really never seen her in a bright on her side. I guess she's a really good, like, support actor, or actress, or character.
I'm not saying that I don't like Black Widow.
Yeah.
I don't think she could support a whole movie.
Yeah.
Much like Harley fucking Quinn.
Yeah, but Harley Quinn, she's not going to support a movie by herself. That's not going to happen. But, and I guess Marvel really, I was going to say they probably couldn't have done a Captain Marvel movie. They could have done one by now. They've done fucking Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm about to fall asleep.
Huh?
I'm about to fall asleep.
Because how comfy it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
This couch is like magic.
Yeah. But that's all we have for that. So I guess we'll take our break and stop
and
looking at
be back shortly
with memes or made up.
Oh my, a game.
All right, and we are back from break.
Hello.
It was a pretty okay break.
It was all right.
It was pretty tiring. Pretty exhausted.
Yeah. There was a lot from Comic-Con to talk about.
There really was. That was an hour and like 10 minutes.
Yeah. That's all right. I'll keep Punisher brief.
So, yeah, because there's not a whole lot of story in there.
No.
I mean, it's Punisher, so you don't really need story.
No, he's a man of few words.
But,
he knows what the ladies like. They like action.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to try something out. We're going to try little games every now and then. Game, yeah. Well, when I say games, I mean across several episodes, not multiple now. That's crazy.
No, he's going to make fun of the fact that I have internet at home.
So, and I almost thought about pulling this because, like, I had John go through it, and, like, John couldn't figure out most of them. So, because I can make some, you don't know this term, dank memes. It's an internet thing.
Dank meme?
Dank me.
What the fuck are we doing?
It's pretty horrible. Okay, so I don't have 20.
Okay.
I have 15.
Okay.
I'll let you know off the bat. 10 are real.
Okay.
5 are fake.
Okay.
So what we'll do is, I'll show it to you.
And a meme, just so that I'm straight.
Yes.
Is a genital disorder.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll show it to you, and while you think about it, I'll describe it to the listeners.
Okay.
So, okay. Okay, here's the first one.
Okay. Brace yourselves. People are going to start acting like Whitney Houston was a fucking saint. With a picture of
Ned Stark.
Ned Stark.
So it's Ned Stark kneeling at a sword with the brace yourselves meme. Brace yourselves, people are going to start acting like Whitney Houston was awesome, or whatever it said.
That's real.
Real. That is correct.
You got that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'm better at this than I thought.
There you go. Okay. Okay, I think you're going to get this one pretty easily. I don't know. Okay, so here we'll do.
Yeah.
It is a picture of a girl, and on it says, "Oh my God, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white."
Fake.
No, that one's real.
Real.
I've told you about this one.
I don't even get that one.
It's off of a movie, Mean Girls.
Oh,
I've told you about this. We've talked about this one.
Oh, we have?
We have.
Okay.
So, first one wrong.
Okay.
All right. Here's your next one. It's a picture of Philip J. Fry.
From Futurama?
From Futurama. It says, "Not sure if the youth is stupid or if I'm too old to remember being that stupid."
Real.
That is fake. I made that up, sir.
What?
I have made that one up.
Okay.
Now, I will kind of put another precursor on this. The ones that I've made up, I'm pretty sure I've never seen anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So...
It is the interweb we're talking
It is there's very possibility that...
on the old Intertron.
Yeah. Okay, so, the next one, it's a picture of Exhibit, and it says, "Yo, dog, I heard you like memes."
Exhibit. Isn't
Exhibit.
that Morgan Freeman?
That is not Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
It's Exhibit.
Okay.
It says, "Yo, dog, I heard you like memes, so I made a meme, mocking memes, so you can mock me mocking memes while reading this mock memes."
You made that.
That's real.
That's what?
That's a real thing.
Oh my God.
So, the whole basis behind this one is he was on that TV show, Pimp Your Ride.
Oh, yeah.
So he was like, "Hey, dog, I heard you like TV, so I put TVs in your car," or "I heard..." So, like, there's a bunch like that, but that's the one making fun of it.
I heard you like TV. Of course, everybody likes TV. I'm fairly certain that was Morgan Freeman.
It could have been. Okay, so the next one is the little kid pulling his fist pump. Says, "Go to McDonald's, get Happy Meal, extra chicken nugget."
Given the, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's real.
That's real, yes.
Awesome.
Oh wait, you got the last one wrong. Why did I say you got that one right?
So I've got 2 so far.
You've gotten 2.
Yeah, that's right. Once again, better than I thought.
Better than you thought. Alright. So the next one, it shows the meme of the crazy ex-girlfriend.
Jesus.
It says,
What's wrong with this?
"I see your car at home and your light is on. Why didn't you reply to my text?"
Huh. You made that.
Nope.
God.
That one's real.
She looks like she has hydroencephaly.
She probably does.
So, are people going to know what we're talking about while we're describing these things?
Hopefully.
Okay.
I mean, these are all, like, pretty basic memes. I say basic, but, like, they're all, like, super popular ones.
Okay. Basic
Like,
memes.
I got this. I have an app on here now. It's called the Meme Creator, and you can pull up, like, the popular ones, and then you can type what you want.
Okay.
Alright, so, the next one, it's a "one does not simply" meme. People would probably know what it is. It's another Ned Stark. It says, "One does not simply choose any old picture and expect one's meme to go viral."
Real.
That is real.
Hey!
Could you get them?
Okay, so basically memes are pictures of lunatics with words around their faces.
Yes.
Okay. This is what we use the internet for?
Pretty much.
I use it to learn things.
And cat videos. Alright, so the next one is a picture of the most interesting man in the world, the Dos
the Dos
Equis.
Equis guy.
It says, "I don't always fuck your mom, but when I do, I tell you over Call of Duty."
You made that.
I made that.
Yeah! Because
John-
you like Call of Duty.
John really liked
you have
that
terrible
one.
taste in games.
You liked Black Ops 3.
Well, it was passable.
Okay. So this one has the little third world black kid looking at the... I don't know how to explain this one. It's the "so you're telling me" meme. So it says, "You're telling me you have working bathrooms, and now everyone's confused on which one to use."
That's got to be real.
Nope.
You made that?
I made that up.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know you were that clever.
I mean, I have my moments.
That's really funny.
I enjoyed it. All right, another Dos Equis one.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "I don't always send a sarcastic text, but when I do, it gets completely misinterpreted."
Real.
That is real.
Okay. Now, what is that in reference? Is that in reference to something?
Well, no, you know how, like, when you text, it's hard to tell, like, sarcastic. It's like, if I were to send you a sarcastic text, and you were to take it as if I was mad, that's, which happens all the time.
People say that I'm kind of prickish in my text because I like to use proper punctuation.
You use dashes.
And I use dashes a lot, and people don't seem to care for that. They're like, "God, you're such a dick." I was like, "What? I was just telling you asking you what you wanted for dinner."
Well, I mean, people believe that you in real life, so.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so the next one is a, oh, God, why I can't remember the actor's name.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. And it says, "What if the purpose of college is not actually teach you anything, but rather to force you into working by giving you student debt to pay off?"
Real.
That is real.
That's a real one. Okay.
That's a real one. Yep.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, you're not doing too bad on here. So the next one is a stormtrooper looking very depressed into his hands, and it says, "My girlfriend laid there naked, and I still couldn't hit it."
You made that.
I made that up.
Okay.
Sean really liked that one.
I still couldn't hit it because they have bad aim.
Because they can't hit anything.
There you go.
All right, this is the one meme where something happens, good happens to this kid, and then negative right after. I don't know how to describe it, but it says, "Is Batman for Halloween?" referring to him. "Parents died."
Oh. Huh. You made that?
That is real.
What?
That's a real one.
But it's Batman.
I know.
You had something to do with that.
I figured I'd put that one out there to throw
you
you
a
out.
little grenade.
Oh, yeah.
That is a tragic-looking young man.
Yeah, that's like all his. It's always like, "I did this, and then this happened."
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah. It's Unlucky Brian, I think his name is.
Unlucky Brian?
That's like the meme name.
Oh, poor guy.
All right, another one with Keanu Reeves. If cats have their own internet, or what if cats have their own internet and it's full of pictures of us?
You made that.
Nope, that's real.
What?
That's real.
Okay.
All right, final one. It's a bunch of third world black kids dancing around. Went into game store and it didn't smell like armpit.
They're so jovial. You made that.
I made that one up.
Awesome. So
You did pretty good.
Did I win?
I mean, you could have got them all right and you would have won. I mean, it's just... Yeah, let's say you win.
What was the point of this?
I don't know, because it was funny.
I was hoping for fabulous cash and prizes.
They're at your house.
God.
So let's see. Out of 15, you got... You got 9 right out of 15.
I got 9?
You got 9.
Did not see that coming.
That was pretty awesome.
I expected to fail that wholeheartedly.
Well, that was that.
All right.
All right. So I guess we'll go into...
Let's crack open Punisher.
Some Punisher. The reason why we're here. Well, not the whole reason, but...
And we got issues 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. We're going to make this really quick because the Punisher is not about story.
Not about growth.
No, not about growth. The Punisher is an angry man.
Yep.
Who expresses his anger through the use of bullets.
It's not a whole lot you want from the Punisher, but what you want, you always get it.
Yeah, what you want, you damn well get it. A lot of people are going to die. All right, here, we'll just do this little introduction. Frank Castle was a decorated Marine, an upstanding citizen, and a family man. Then his family was taken from him when they were accidentally killed in a brutal mob hit. From that day, he became a force of cold, calculated retribution and vigilantism. Frank Castle died with his family. Now there is only the Punisher.
The Punisher. Shut it.
Uh-huh.
Shut it.
Shut. All right. We go into issue 1. There is a bunch of bad people doing some bad shit. There's this new drug on the street called EMC, which is being pushed around by this. I'm not sure what the name of this mob is or this gang.
The organization.
Hmm?
Or the organization you're talking about?
Yeah, the organization. The people who are either manufacturing the EMC or just pushing it for somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, they got this really crazy liaison guy who goes between like the head boss and like the underlings, and they just call him Faceman.
Faceman.
Yeah. And we'll figure out why he's really twisted here in just a second.
Yeah.
Anyway, Faceman goes in to talk to this dude named Olaf, who's been working for this group of unscrupulous thugs, just trying to make a living. He's a ex-Marine, ex-military of some sort.
Grizzled.
Huh?
An old grizzled man.
Yeah, old grizzled dude, still wearing his fatigues and his dog tags, because that's the life he knows. Probably couldn't get that job at Books A Million or whatever, so he decided to go push drugs. But anyway, Faceman walks in with his hired goons, one of which has a really freaky face tattoo, and another, what seems to be a Nordic fellow with very bright hair. Anywho, someone's watching them from high atop a warehouse building across the street. A couple of cops, lady cop, what appears to be her supervisor, keeping an eye on all these ne'er-do-wells.
Pretty much trying to scope them out and
scope them out.
Recon, pretty much.
Yeah, seeing what these ne'er-do-wells are up to. They get the shots that they need of the Faceman talking to the hired goons. They're like, all right, I think we got him. Let's get out of here before we get made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On their way out, you see a silhouette come into view.
Ooh.
Guess who that is?
Who is it?
It's Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's.
God,
Gotcha.
damn it. Son of a bitch. You just did it a minute ago, too, and I just
sure
not.
Did.
Okay. 1-1, my man. 1-1.
Right.
Fuck.
All tied up.
God, I walked
We'll
right
explain
into that
this
one.
later. But anyway, it's the Punisher emerging from the cold darkness.
Damn it.
Does he live in this warehouse? We don't know. But we know that he's got eyes and ears on the doings of this gang and their filthy street drug. All right. We get the lady cop and what I guess is her sergeant, maybe, back at the precinct talking about, we've got eyes on this Olaf fella, and we also found the Faceman talking with him with his hired goons.
Yeah, pretty much getting close to their target, getting everything they need to kind of make the move.
Yeah, we got everything we need. We can take them down.
Yeah.
Someone else has a plan.
Yep. The Punisher. Not Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's.
Someone has a plan of his own, and he's cleaning his guns. He's sitting in the dark. He's brooding, not talking much, because he don't fucking talk.
He doesn't really he has 3 things he says in these 2 comics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's
all you want from him.
It's really all you need. We go back to the warehouse. Look like it's time to make a move with this new EMC street drug. And the hired goons, a guy with the crazy tattoo, and then his Nordic buddy, come in talking to Olaf. And it's time to move this shit. We got to get it out of here. I think we've been made. About that time, kaboom! Hole blown through the wall. And all you see is just hail of gunfire.
Yes.
Through this hole in the wall. Olaf is watching this happen on a closed-circuit television.
Do we know it's closed circuit?
Yeah, it has to be. It's not going to be on fucking cable or anything.
It might be cable access. Have you seen some of the horrible shit they
cable
show?
access, and he's watching the fucking Punisher blow a hole in a wall.
See some pretty good stuff on cable access.
Anyway, so Olaf is watching this shadowy figure just tear hell through the rest of the drug pusher gang. Olaf looks up at the hired goons and says, "That's Frank Castle, and you're all fucked."
Pretty much.
More or less.
God, what you...
Hired goons try to kill him. This whole thing goes sideways. And through the door bursts Frank Castle, which is
The Punisher.
there you go, the Punisher. And we just see blam, 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 blood everywhere, dead guys. I'm going to go ahead and mention this is not for kids.
Yeah.
There is a lot of just...
It even has a parental advisor sticker on the front of the comic.
On the front.
Like, you see bullets going into foreheads and blood spurting out.
Yeah, spurting out the back of heads.
It's fucking awesome.
Yep. Well, some of the pusher goons or whatever, get wind of or hear what's going on, so they decide to imbibe a little bit of this EMC stuff, see what it's all about. Well, apparently, it turns them into raging madmen.
Yes, who can take much punishment.
Yeah, who can take a lot of punishment from the Punisher.
Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's.
Ah, damn it.
You're going too obvious with it.
I know.
I could have gotten like 3 points by now.
I need to quit looking at you.
Yeah.
But,
do you think I'm really going to answer with who?
I was hoping.
I mean, you just got me something to be thinking about this whole time.
I know. I need to get a little more clever with it.
You get a little strategic.
A little more strategery needs to be added. Anyway, the hopped up goons go at the Punisher, and he's just unloading on these dudes. Nothing's taking them down. Because apparently this synthetic drug is just... It's like jet fuel. For your
It's
brain.
weird, like... And it's instant, too. Like, you smell it and you're good to go.
Yeah.
It's like... instant steroids.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Instant
with the rage
steroids.
and everything.
Yeah. He does kind of slow one dude down. One of the goons that's hopped up.
Yeah.
Gouging his fucking eyes
That's
out.
fucking great. And the dude's just like, I'll smell him out and I'll bite his neck.
Yeah, I don't need eyes. I'll smell out this piece of shit and bite his neck.
So, I read that and I was like, well, why do you have to bite him? He didn't rip your hands off.
Yeah, he didn't.
Like, the smelling part makes sense, but he's like, and I'm just going to bite him.
Yeah, he took your eyes. You weren't punching him with your eyes, you moron.
Oh, my God.
So this bug makes you a jet fuel powered maniac and an idiot.
And a moron at the same time.
All right, so old Blindy
Oh, no eyes.
makes another run at the Punisher, and the Punisher throws him into a circuit box and fries his ass. And the other toothless hillbilly that's all hopped up on the synthetic ape drug
Ape drug.
gets his face destroyed by the Punisher with a cinder block.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was pretty great. But right before Punisher can make that killing blow, the hopped up goon is shot through the head by Olaf.
That's right.
Yeah. And they have a little communique about old times, because apparently they served together, Frank and Olaf. After everything has gone down, I mean, like the next day, the next morning,
Yeah.
the DEA agents, the lady cop and her sergeant, show up at the warehouse to make their arrests, and they find a bloodbath.
Piles of dead bodies.
Yeah, piles of dead bodies and one dude without eyes fried on a circuit breaker. And really all they can say to sum it up is, holy shit.
Murdered the shit out of those people.
Yeah, he murdered the shit out of everyone in here. Okay, so after they assess this situation, they have no idea what's going on. They kinda have a clue of whom it could be, but they're not going to make assumptions.
Whom?
No. Huh?
Whom?
Whom?
It's so fancy here.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't count that way.
Well, I'd have to be trying to get you to say it.
Well, yeah.
I can't just say who and you yell, or I can't just like hear you say who and just yell.
Dave Thomas!
Dave Thomas Thunder at Wendy's!
All right. So, a situation has been assessed. Then we cut to the Face Man, who is on the phone with who we can only assume is the big boss, and he wants to know why everything went sideways and his whole operation has been murdered.
Yes.
Well, the Face Man says, I've got a pretty good idea of who did this. It's the Punisher.
Yeah.
And then we find out why he's called Face Man.
Yeah, that's fucking unnerving.
Yeah, it's because he cuts the faces off of his transgressors. Like, there's a shot of him nailing a face with a suspiciously familiar tattoo onto his wall.
I've seen this somewhere before.
Yes. So, he's knocked off the hired goons and nailed their faces to his wall. So there's issue 1.
That's a way to start.
Yeah, that goes off with a bang, literally and figuratively. Lots of murder and people getting their faces nailed to fucking boards.
And I sat there, like, whenever they were first talking about the Face Man, I was like, it just sounds so weird, and like, why the fuck they call him the Face Man?
Uh-huh.
And then, like, you kind of think, like, well, he seems to be, like, the person to talk for the higher up, so maybe, like, he's the face of, you know what I mean, like, the company, kind of, and then
Right.
you're like, oh, no, it's because he cuts faces off.
Yeah, no, it's much more literal.
Yeah, he's the Face Man. He takes faces.
Yeah, he's a freak that kills people and mounts their faces to boards. All right, issue 2. We see Frank Castle, the Punisher, sitting at a diner in who the hell knows where.
New York? I don't know.
Waitress comes up to him. Have you decided what you want? And he holds up a piece of paper that we don't know where he got it from, but it just says Lou's Diner, exit Parkway towards James Park, left on Park Road, smoked meat sandwich. So he orders the smoked meat sandwich. And the waitress, we don't have a smoked meat sandwich. Frank, I heard it was good. She scribbles a number on her pad and hands it to him. She just tells the Punisher, here, call this number and ask for delivery. So he goes out to the payphone. And this is where we actually see the Punisher speak. As brief as it is. Dials a number. Here on the other line, hello. That's what I heard it in my head.
Is that the voice?
That's what I heard in my head.
I mean, we'll go with it. Sure.
And Frank, hey, I was wondering if you deliver. And you hear a crackle, and then, ha ha ha, funny. Here's the info on the drop. I won't repeat it. He's buying guns.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots of guns.
Yeah. Real quickly, on the Punisher show, they show, like, how Frank Castle gets his, like, armory of guns. And it's fucking awesome.
On
like,
Daredevil?
Yeah.
Awesome.
For that universe, like, he has some weapons and you see him buy stuff here and there, but then you see a way that he gets, like, a rocket launcher and, like, fucking LMGs and all kinds of crazy shit.
That is so great.
Yeah.
Alright, so we see a van pulling up. He gets out of the van. He's got 2 bags of guns with him. He's at a seedy, shitty little motel. Goes to the hotel manager.
Because where else?
Yeah,
Would you go?
where else are you going to go? Punisher tells the hotel manager, here's a little extra not to clean. And then Hotel manager gives him a key. Starts sprawling guns out on the bed. We see a rocket launcher. We see grenades. We see Uzis. Submachine guns of all manner. We see a massive survival knife. What I can only imagine is a Pez dispenser. But I'm sure it's weaponized in some way.
Was it like open it up and shoot like little...
Yes.
little blades?
Shoots little blades out of his neck. I don't know. It looks like a Pez dispenser to me. But this being the Punisher, I'm sure it's tiny grenade dispenser or something.
Tiny grenade dispenser.
Anyway, picks his sidearm. Puts it in his holster. And then we get a cut back to the face man. That creepy bastard.
That fucker.
He's in the woods talking to his boss man. How the whole warehouse was basically routed by the Punisher. And then we see two men approach Face Man. Apparently, these are the fuckheads that he was going to sell some drugs to. And they're wondering if he led the DEA to this little rendezvous.
If he's a...
Yeah. If he's a snitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A no good snitch.
Yeah. A spook, if you will.
Hey, you care if I take this?
No, I don't care. Take it.
Okay.
But anyway.
I'm adding it to our Two Dads in the Comic account, so...
Oh, right on. But anyway. He comes bearing gifts. He gives them a little taste of the EMC. Right that moment, cop car pulls up. And Face Man, you took your sweet time. And the cop, sorry, I was writing a speeding ticket. Where's Johnson? He was supposed to be here to help with the exchange. So Face Man's got the cops in his pocket.
Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm. And everyone kind of starts to lose it a little bit for some reason. It's because the cop's partner didn't show up. So he starts looking for Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Johnson! Johnson! And then kablam! He gets shot in the forehead from an unknown assailant. The Punisher has found their little rendezvous.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and
kills the fuck out of him.
Yeah, starts taking out bad guys left and right. He chokes one guy to death. Good Lord. And he starts asking for information. He says, spill your guts, to the one guy that Face Man was selling the dope to. And he's got him held up by his neck.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Says, spill your guts. Says, okay, just don't kill me. There's a guy, he's a cooker, he's in Vermont. He does small batch stuff. He's about to spill the name. And then kablam! Right through the back of his head. Face Man had shot the guy that the Punisher was holding on to, pressing for information. Anyway, now he's dead. Now he's got to deal with Face Man. Face Man ends up losing his gun. So he says, what could it hurt? He sniffs a little EMC and turns into a superpowered madman.
What could it hurt? Do drugs.
What could it hurt? And he and the Punisher are in fisticuffs for several panels, which finally ends with Face Man headbutting Punisher and, making him a little cloudy, and then runs away, like, really fast, and hops in his truck and burns off. Punisher watches Face Man burn off, sees that one of the cops is still kind of with it, and sees that he's calling for backup. Attention all units. We have an APB out on a man named Frank Castle. And then, yes, that Frank Castle. So people are aware of the Punisher.
Yeah, and they probably aren't the happiest about having to try to hunt him.
No, and he is considered armed and very dangerous, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of
He's
course
the Punisher.
Yeah. There's some more stuff with the cops are talking about. Doesn't really matter. Who cares? They're not shooting anybody. Punisher's shooting people.
Death isn't happening.
Yeah. Cut to Vermont. We see a filthy little trailer park in the middle of nowhere. Little girl outside playing in the dirt. And then from inside the house we hear, "What? Punisher?" So someone's worried.
Yeah.
Someone knows that bad shit's a-coming. And I guess this is the cooker. This is the guy who's cooking.
God,
the EMC. Mm-hmm. This part gets chilling.
It really is. Like, I forgot about it until you turn the page, and I was like, oh, I remember what happens.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Yeah. The cooker is talking to somebody on the phone. The little girl who was playing in the dirt, apparently that's the cooker's daughter. She comes up to the trailer with a little frog that she found. Says, "Look what I found, Daddy. Can I keep him?" And Cooker, we'll call him Fuckhead for now, because we don't really know his name.
Yeah.
Slaps the frog out of her hand and says, "What have I told you about bothering me on the phone?" And crushes the frog.
Yep.
So, clearly going for Dad of the Year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really going for that award.
Yep. A little bit later on, we see the dope cooking fuckwad. He's got his cronies lined up, telling them that our first order of business is to secure the EMC, put it in the safe house, get it off the property. Punishers are coming, and fireworks are going to go off.
They're getting ready for a battle.
Yeah, they're getting ready for war. And he says he has a special surprise. Calls out, "Juniper, come on out here." And she says, "Daddy?" He says, "No, it's okay, honey. Come on out. Let's get a look at you."
Now he's sweet.
Yeah. Final page is the dope cooking fuckwad has basically put a suicide bomb vest on his little daughter and tells her, "You look beautiful, and are you ready to make Daddy proud?"
He's going to die so hard.
Yeah, Punisher ain't going to cotton kindly to this.
Oh, God.
But
that's a crazy image.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this guy is willing to blow up his own daughter to save his dope.
God, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of book 2.
Yeah. The Punisher is not lighthearted at all. This is not a book for everyone, first of all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing it's a really fast read.
Very, very fast read. Not a whole lot of story going on. You kind of get what you need to know, and they move on.
Yeah, there's no pretense here. There's bad shit going down. The Punisher needs to stop it, and wants to stop it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, and there's usually some pretty twisted stuff.
Yeah. Face. I mean, the end of each book. The end of the first one, you found out why Face Man is called Face Man, and then we find the girl with the vest. Mm-hmm. So
pretty messed up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to continue that line.
Yeah, we'll get a couple more issues and keep that going.
So I figured next episode do Killing Joke.
Okay.
Because we had the movie come out.
Excellent.
Hopefully one of us will obtain the movie at that point before then, and we can watch it and then review it. Mm-hmm. You remember that question I was going to ask you, but I wanted to ask you cold on the show?
No, what?
Remember we talked about it last week? I was going to ask you something. I said, "No, wait on. I'm gonna get
gut
reaction."
Yeah.
It's kind of linked with Killing Joke.
Okay.
I saw this on a Facebook page.
Okay.
It says, if DC ever gets to the point where they say, "Okay, we're going to kill Joker," who's more deserving to actually kill him? Batman, Gordon, Jason, or Barbara? Out of those 4, who do you think is more deserving?
Jason Todd?
Yeah.
Barbara Gordon, Commissioner, Batman. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
When it comes to personal, like, vendetta type stuff, probably Gordon would probably be most deserving of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gordon.
I had a feeling you'd go that route.
Mm-hmm.
Just because both of us having a daughter and kind of like seeing that, like, and then being put through what he was put through, which we'll talk about in the next episode. Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Gordon.
Because I can see solid cases for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as, like, if you look at Batman, like...
I can see Batman giving Gordon the shot.
Yeah, I could too. Because if you look at it, everything that Joker has done to each one of them has affected Batman, but he's never, like, really done anything like that to Batman himself.
Mm-mm.
And I guess the most has been done to both Barbara and Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, I think Gordon should get the...
I think Gordon should get the shot.
Yeah.
He kind of deserves... Well, yeah, I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Because he saw that happen,
Mm-hmm.
and then was kidnapped,
Mm-hmm.
and tied up and drugged through the tunnel of the pictures of his daughter.
Yeah, he was being driven mad.
Yeah, so...
He earned it.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
But, alright, that was the question I had for you.
Awesome.
Alright, guys, so real quickly, as always, subscribe and listen to iTunes or Google Play, depending on which platform you're on. Like us on Twitter and now Facebook. I'd love to get the Facebook numbers up because we want to do the live feed, and it'd be best if we have more people out there. Visit the website at twodadsandacomic.weebly.com, and you can send us emails. You can find all our social media through there and everything. The one thing I would love for people to do, if you listen to this episode, and we'll ask for a few episodes, is hit us up on any one of those, Facebook, Twitter, email. Send us a question.
Any question.
I'd like to do... At first I didn't want to do like a question-based show, because I've only really listened to it on like free-for-all, and I don't ever want to like feel like we're taking something from others. But then from a bunch of other podcasts, it's nothing original.
No. It's
Many people have done it.
People ask questions since the dawn of time.
Oh, well... I'm going to stab you in your throat.
We're not discovering a parallel dimension here.
Well, I didn't want to be
People
like...
can ask questions.
We're going to do a listener-based show. I mean, whatever.
We can still do that.
Yeah, we're gonna.
People like that.
And also, I'd like to see the feedback on, like... Because each episode's getting about 20 to 30 listeners, roughly, which is awesome.
It's great.
I'm very happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd love to see these people follow us, our accounts, and send questions, and we'll just do an episode, and possibly some of it on the grand opening one, but we're not sure. But
yeah.
But alright, guys, so we're gonna call that a long episode.
Super long episode.
Yeah.
Well, still not our very longest episode.
No, it's not. It's under 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And once I edit it down a little bit, it'll probably be closer to the 140, 145 mark.
So there you go.
There's some silence in there that I could probably cut out.
Mm-hmm.
But, alright, guys, well, we appreciate the listen, and we'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, read the Punisher. Bye.